Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. I send you guys much love and light. Thank you so much for joining me for today's readings. If you're new, my name is Lynn. This is Passionate Heart Tarot. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do a reading for every zodiac sign, and this is all about your love life. I'll tap in and see what's going on, what's coming your way. I'll just let you know whatever comes through from spirit. It could give you insight into a current situation. Predictions could come through, advice. Okay, so feel free to watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign if you find that that's helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Leave a like on the video, comment, share. Let's get right into it. And before I begin, just want to take a moment. Okay, guys, so we're going to start out with Cancer's reading. Happy birthday to all the Cancers. Shout out to all the beautiful Cancers watching. What's going on in your love life, you guys? Let's see what kind of energy is coming in. Interesting. It feels like there's a very short-lived reunion with someone. So I'll tell you what I can see only to help protect someone's heart. Because it's a general reading, so it makes me wonder, is this decision yours, or does someone make this decision when it comes to you? So let me explain what Spirit is showing me, Cancer. It just feels like there's so much doubt and hesitancy, and someone that is second guessing themselves because they feel deep down like the anxiety is telling this person to stay where they are, to not take a chance, to not come forward. But you know what someone is doing in this energy, the Eight of Swords? It's like they don't know whether they should listen to their intuition or whether that intuition is actually fear. So it's putting them in this place where their intuition is telling them to not move forward, to stay where you are, to stay where you are. I feel like it's doubt, it's not taking a chance. That's what their intuition is telling them. That's what spirit is telling this person. The thing about the energy is this person is not listening to their intuition. So it feels like they don't listen to their intuition. They get the courage, or what they feel is the courage to step forward and make a move, but it's actually like it's this person ignoring their intuition. And I see like a reunion with someone because the Ten of Cups is here, but then it's followed up by this energy immediately. So I know that it's very short lived, and there's a big heartache that comes afterwards. So you guys may end up breaking someone's heart. It just feels like whoever it is that finally gets the courage to come forward, they're able to reconnect with the person. And I see like a reunion that is very euphoric and fairy tale. And like when you guys are in those moments together, it's truly feeling like this is everything that I ever wanted. This is my person. This could be everything. This is the love of my life. So it's just such high hopes and expectations. The crazy thing about it though is I feel like spirit is telling someone to really listen to your intuition. If you have doubts, it's because you're trying to be protected. Spirit is trying to protect you from a big heartbreak, because this is no joke. The Three of Swords, because this is like such a high and such a low. This is like light and dark. This is literally a storm, and this is like sunny rainbows. You see how opposite the energy is? So the fact that it changes so abruptly. So you guys have to be careful if you know that there's a pattern with someone where maybe they ghost you, or you guys get together and it's amazing, it's incredible, you fall in love with this person all over again, and then that's when they start to fade away. Like the next day they start to fade away. The Eight of Wands in reverse, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that if you're in love with someone, because it's feeling like they're ignoring me, they're ghosting me, I can't get through to them. It's like this person could literally ghost or disappear, and then there's this energy of like heartbreak totally. So when I look at this, messages of concern come through. For those of you that resonate with the doubt and the hesitancy that you feel, but someone is like pulling on your energy and you feel like you can't resist this person, but you know that every time you surrender or you give in when you feel like you should be holding back, you know that you get hurt every time by this person. But then I know some of you feel like maybe the pain, like the pleasure that you feel could be worth the pain because of like how euphoric it is when you guys are together. It feels like just anything could happen when you guys are together. I see that. But then again, I mean, if you already know that this person tends to run or to shut down, or they've just flat out ghosted you before, I feel like they're going to do that again. So you have to be very careful with your heart when it comes to this person, because I feel like Spirit is really trying to protect you from being hurt. Okay, so now on the flip side, for those of you that feel you're not going to be in this position, like if you feel you don't have doubts about moving forward or connecting with someone, do you guys know that you have someone that is in love with you? I mean, like this person is all in their head all day, every day thinking about you. They they're really in love, and this person is so anxious and nervous when it comes to you. So I see someone who is just thinking so much about how they want to approach you, they want to come forward, and finally gets the courage to do so. And maybe they just keep it hidden, like you don't see what their true intentions are towards you. Like for some reason you're not seeing that this person wishes to have forever with you, is deeply in love with you, would love to live with you, build a life with you, have a family with you. That maybe you just don't see that in their energy, Cancer, because maybe they hide it well. But I see that, okay, so this person digs down so deep and you don't know what kind of courage it takes for them to come forward, and they do. You guys will have an amazing time together. They're already in love with you. When you spend time with them, they fall even deeper in love with you. But the thing about this, it just feels like maybe you're not taking it as seriously as this person is, or maybe you're open right now to whatever love offers want to come your way. You could just be really focused on yourself and all the positive things that you have coming to you, because I see that here in the Three of Wands as the overall energy. But as you spend time with this person, boy, do they fall head over heels in love. And I just see the way that like they're really sweating you. If you don't reply to them, or you take a while to respond to messages, this person, I feel like they start to panic. So you have someone that is very obsessive over you. And I'm not saying that to make this person sound bad in any way, but they are very obsessive because it's just like so much of their happiness depends on how things work out with you. I mean, which I guess in love is normal to a certain extent. But I just feel like you don't know how deeply in love this person is. And when you'll start to see them act funny, that's the thing. You may start to feel like, well, what's going on with them? I feel like they're not responding to me as fast, or like things switched up between us. So if you have an amazing time with someone and you feel like shortly after things get weird and they switch up, it's because this person is in their own head, in their own feelings, so to speak. In other words, very emotional, overthinking things. So if they start to act weird after you guys have an amazing time together, it's because they feel like you're like, they question if you're really into them as much as they are into you. They could even have these thoughts that it could be unrequited, especially if you feel like, if they feel like you're taking too long to respond, and they actually end up like very heartbroken over you. So some of you don't know that you have someone that feels so deeply and so passionately for you. You don't know that you have their heart in your hands, and it's so fragile that you're doing little things that's breaking their heart that you don't even know that you're doing. I see that the two of you, when you're together, the feelings are real and you guys have an amazing time. And I feel like you start to develop very deep feelings for this person as well, maybe feeling like you're falling in love with them too. But then again, I feel like the energy that comes through in your reading, Cancer, It's just about you maybe exploring your options and manifesting for yourself and seeing what comes toward you. But I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you have manifested a person into your life that is deeply in love with you. They may not be revealing it in the best way, but read between the lines in their behavior. If they, it's funny because if they start to pull back, it's like a cry for you to come forward. This person is in love with you. So some of you could be, funny enough, like waiting for a certain energy to come to you, when if you're looking for someone that is in love with you and is thinking about the future, I mean, and really wants like a future with a family and children and all that, like you have that here. There's an opportunity for that. So it depends on how you resonate with this reading, Cancer. Just take from it what feels right to you. But what Spirit is showing me upcoming in July is either you not seeing that someone is deeply in love with you, and you could end up really hurting this person accidentally, or for others of you, it's a warning to you if you feel like you're like in a repeating cycle with someone where they cause you a lot of anxiety and you fight against that anxiety, and you are very drawn to them, but you feel like they let you down. Just be careful with your heart, because I feel like this person is going to loop you into that same pattern again of like disappearing. So just be careful with your heart if you resonate with that, Cancer. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. I hope that that was helpful. Happy birthday, you guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, Leo. I hope that you're doing well. Let's get into your reading now. So your love life in July. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, this is great, Leo, because you have a path that I feel has been opened for you. Do you see the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands right there? It's funny because that Ace of Wands almost feels like a magic wand to me, like you manifested something for yourself. Like you might have called your energy back to you and really focused it. And I feel like for those of you that resonate with that, and you feel like you're more in touch with your magic than ever, like which is your inner strength, in other words, Spirit is showing me that like you pointed at something, you directed your energy at something, you set your intention towards something, and it worked because you opened a path for yourself, and things are going to start coming into your life faster than ever, faster than you could have ever imagined. For sure. There's so much fiery, passionate energy coming through in the reading. King of Wands, Two of Wands, Ace of Wands in the Chariot. Oh, Leo, that is someone who has their sights. Okay, so do you know what's funny? It's like you drew this person to you. Magnetically, the two of you might have drawn yourselves to each other, because the King of Wands, I feel, has their own magical capabilities. Do you know what I mean? In other words, as far as like what they can set their intention and focus on and draw to them. So when this person comes forward, if they haven't already, if you don't know who this is, when you guys start talking and you talk about what led up to you meeting, you're going to see all the synchronicities that fell into place because the two of you were thinking about each other, connecting in a higher plane, and in other words, like manifested one another. So drawn to each other. Divine timing is definitely at play in your love life. What Spirit wants you to know, Leo, is anything that you felt was blocked about love, because this is a love reading, but you know what? This is deeper than love, because the Two of Wands is about your life as a whole. How he's holding the world in his hand like that. So whatever you feel has been blocking you, Spirit wants you to know that that has successfully been removed from your life. Believe it. Believe that it has. You have a lot of power within you right now. So not only are blockages removed in your love life and a path is open, any blockages that you feel have been hindering your progression have been removed. Perhaps through your sheer will and discipline. Okay, Leo. So since those blockages have been removed, I see where your energy like calls out to someone and you're drawing them to you, but they're drawing you to them as well. So it's beautiful because you're coming into alignment with someone who is on the same page as you, like as far as your goals, dreams, ambitions, ethics, morals, point of view, even certain political aspects the two of you will agree on. You complement each other's lives very well. So if you're already in a relationship, it's only going to get better and better and better. Like if you're connecting with someone now and you feel like I'm picking up on their energy in the reading, it's only going to grow and get better and better and better. If you've been wondering about the potential outcome with someone on your mind, it's only going to grow and get better and better. You guys are going to get closer and closer. If someone hasn't come forward yet, Leo, oh, they're about to come in soon. Like, because everything is aligning. So if you've been feeling disempowered, or you've been feeling like, well, I don't know how to call my energy back to me, I just need help. Maybe you feel like you can't like really tap into your inner strength right now. That's okay. Okay, because it's still happening for you as well. The divine still hears your calls, your prayers, your pleas. The divine still sees every tear that you've shed. Maybe you don't know how to tap into your inner strength, but you know what? You're going to get the boost that you need because all of this is coming to you as well. But I just have to give a little shout out and acknowledgement to those of you that are intentionally trying to draw something to you and you're looking for signs from spirit like, is that working? Yes, it is. Sagittarius' energy is coming through you guys, as well as Cancer. Some of you could be on the cusp of Cancer, maybe dating a Sagittarius, thinking about a Sagittarius. Could be cross watchers, your own moon or rising sign, or indeed a Sagittarius is coming toward you. I just feel like you've been activated, Leo, even if you don't see that you've been activated yet, you have. In other words, it's like blockages are removed and you're ready to receive. So know that you are on the right path regardless of what you feel is going on. You know what I mean? You are on the right path. I just see where there's someone who is going to pursue you because that's what a King of Wands will do. So the King of Wands is this energy of someone that's very ambitious. I feel like this person even appreciates different cultures, probably even someone who will date outside of their own culture, or what is it called? Like, why is the word slipping away from me? Nationality. They'll date outside of their culture, outside of their nationality. It's someone who has an appreciation for things outside of themselves, like and is fascinated by different cultures in the world. So it feels like it's a person that enjoys traveling, definitely has traveling on the horizon, like in their chart, in their future. I feel like with this person, you could even go to some really exotic places you never thought you would go to. For some reason, this person could even be from Africa or has ties to Africa or just like really appreciates African culture, loves African culture. So it's just someone who is open-minded, someone who is grounded, someone who's ambitious, someone that's spiritual. And I feel like has even a unique style of dressing, Leo. So I see that this person is very motivated to come towards you. Like your energy is shifting, or it's shifted, or what spirit wants you to know about your current energy is it's open and receptive. That's what I'm saying, is even if you don't feel that now, even if you feel like you can't connect with that now, it is shifting for you. Okay, so you're going to see how this person comes toward you. The reading, the Queen of Pentacles is the overall energy. I just feel like that's so deep because the Queen of Pentacles embodies grace. It embodies compassion. It embodies almost like a motherly comfort, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling acknowledged, feeling special, feeling seen. So this is the overall energy coming into your love life. And I feel like for some reason, I just see where someone needs to know that they're being watched over. I see someone looking at you very protectively, and this is definitely someone that's crossed over, an ancestor, or maybe even an aunt or a sister that passed away young. So that person is watching over you. For some reason, someone here needs to know that. Okay. So what spirit wants you to know about your love life is everything that I'm telling you about, this divine protection and being looked after and looked over. That's what Leo has coming in for their love life. That is what the overall energy is going to be. So you're going to find great comfort within yourself. Even if you don't have someone on your mind or someone that you're involved with now, you will find all of this comfort within yourself. And what that does is it switches you into a different frequency where you can actually receive this. Because remember, the theme around Leo right now is about receiving. So you are going to receive. All right, Leo. That's what I can see going on, guys. I feel like those are the messages. You will see that it unfolds very quickly, Leo, because the King of Wands and the Chariot, that's like a double whammy to me. In other words, it's like, well, the Chariot already brings so much fast moving energy in already. And then I feel like the King of Wands is fiery, passionate, motivated. Could even be someone who drives a motorcycle or just likes fast cars, likes speed, has like a really nice car. So a path is opening up for you, Leo, in your love life, which is bringing a person towards you that is highly motivated to pursue you, very passionate about this connection, bringing very positive intentions, getting to know you, wanting you to know them. And like I said, for those of you that already are in a relationship, it's just spirit showing you that you and your person become closer and closer. So if you've been having like a difficult time or you've been having fears or doubts around your love life, what spirit wants you to know is how beautifully the energy is going to switch, and you're going to feel like you're safe. You're going to feel these things, Leo, that you're safe, that you're protected, that you're cared for, that you're seen, that you're loved, that you're dealing with someone that is very passionate but also kind. Yeah, because the Queen of Pentacles is this energy of really treating someone with kindness. All right, my beautiful Leos. That's what I can see going on, you guys, in July. I love you so much, Leo. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Hi, Virgo. I hope you're doing well. Let's get into your reading now. Let's see what's going on in your love life in July. Interesting. Okay. Some of you need to take a break to get clarity. You do. And I wonder if you've been wondering if you should. It's only a break. It will only be a break. The two of you will come back together. It just feels like there's a lot going on. Maybe sweeping things under the rug even. The elephant in the room that you and your person maybe you don't want to address. The Four of Swords, for sure, as the first card out, Spirit said to me, taking a break, they need to take a break. So if you are taking a break from a connection right now, know that you're doing the connection so good because it's really going to turn the energy around. The Hanged Man and the Emperor, that is someone really rising into their divine masculine energy. In other words, I feel like when you look at this person, it's someone that you feel would be a protector, a provider, someone that you feel is a lifelong partner, someone that you feel has all the qualities that you would need in a partner, the masculine energy in your life. It's like when you pull your energy back or when you guys take a break. Now, for those of you that are looking for things to shift with the masculine energy, your boyfriend, your husband, your divine masculine, however you want to look at this, or if they're just in a masculine energy and they're feminine, it doesn't really matter. But if the shift comes into the masculine energy, I want to make that clear. It's like when I pull back from them, they get a chance to see that they've let themselves become too comfortable. When I pull back from them, they get a little taste of what it's like to not have the drug that is me just at their disposal, because you guys are, this person is Yeah. You're like a drug to this person. This person is deeply in love with you. The two of you have a love like no other. They're very passionate about you, but maybe they have gotten too comfortable. But I feel like Spirit wants to say to you, rest assured that this is your divine counterpart. This person is your future, supposed to be your future. You've always been on the right track together. You will end up together. But you need to know all of those things. So it's like when you separate yourself or when you pull back or when you take space, it is like a reality check beyond anything that this person has realized. Now, for some of you, it's flipped around. And if you're watching this for a woman on your mind, feminine energy on your mind, the energy is yours to take, your shift to bring in by pulling your energy back. If you're wanting a feminine energy to come towards you, pull your energy back and it will work. And it will be a permanent change. That's the thing, because this hanged man is someone who is so enlightened that they can't go back to their old ways of viewing the world, viewing love, viewing the situation, viewing what happened between the two of you, the circumstances, their history. It's like, wow, there's a major shift in realization here. It feels like it's kind of even deeper than going into hermit energy and coming out of hermit energy, because this person is already in the emperor energy. They're already like in their divine energy. It just feels like maybe they've gotten complacent and comfortable. But that doesn't mean that they're really in a low vibration, because the emperor is still the emperor, if that makes sense. So it's someone who you absolutely can rely on, depend on. It is someone who is responsible, someone who is in a high vibration, ascended, but it just feels like they need to snap out of being in their comfort zone. And to really shake this person up, or to get them to wake up, or this reality check for it to dawn on them, it's just about them needing to experience a disappointment. And I don't mean to sound like I'm rooting for someone to get hurt, but I also know that when this person feels like that love may not be there, or whatever it is that you do for this person, when they see that you may not be able to do it, like you could pull that away, that's where all the power lies. The power lies in what you can remove. And for those of you that choose to remove maybe your energy or something that you were doing for this person, you take all the power into your hand, you shift the power, and then it makes you magnetic and they come towards you. That's just what it is. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is where the relationship is going to end up, in a very beautiful place, because the two of you're destined to be together. You will be together, but it just feels like someone needs to, they already know deep down that they need to take a break, that this is like very draining for them, whatever they're going through in the situation or personally. It's very exhausting, it's very draining, they're tired, they feel defeated, they just need a break, they need to rest. So even for some of you here, something is going on in this person's life personally, and they're taking it out on you, unfortunately. So for whoever resonates with that, if you feel like, yes, they're taking things out on me, pull your energy back from this person, because they need to snap out of it. They need to realize that they can't do that, and then the love will be like rekindled stronger than ever between the two of you. That's very important for you to know. Or maybe even someone watching now sees, yes, I'm the one that's going through a lot. Let me realize that I'm taking things out on my person that they don't deserve. I'm making them bear the brunt of what I'm going through. So it's like someone kind of snaps out of it. If you're wondering if this person can be trusted, absolutely. If they were not trustworthy, trust me, I would be the first person telling you, warning you, trying to help you, protect you. But there's just nothing to warn you about here. It just feels like someone's gotten overly comfortable, and they need to see that it's not always guaranteed. The beautiful thing about the energy of pulling back is that it strengthens the connection. It will not push the two of you further away from each other, because this person is in a very high vibration. They've ascended. It's someone who's very mature. So they're going to see right away that something switched up in you and you've changed, and they're going to want to go into fixing it energy, not defensive, not pulling back, not being immature. It's like, okay, my person switched up, something's going on. Let me pay attention to this. Let me make this right. So for those of you wondering if this person is trustworthy, can you trust them, their intentions towards you? Absolutely. If there was something shady to tell you about this person, I would be the first one telling you. But this person's energy is very positive. They're coming through as the Emperor and the Hangman upright and the Lovers. Yeah, this is someone that you are safe with, that you are protected by. The connection is divinely protected, guided. You have angels watching over you. It just feels like nobody's perfect and this person has gotten too comfortable, but they're not a bad person or like a shady person by any means. But I know that you guys already know that some of you are in a really serious relationship with this person. But maybe you guys are just like really bumping heads because you need to take space from each other, like pulling your energy back to focus on yourself if need be, and then letting this person feel your absence. It's like when they feel the other one's absence, it makes the connection more magnetized. So for whoever watching the Virgo reading wants to use that to their advantage, they will become like a magnet. They'll draw the other one toward them. Whoever pulls back, but obviously, don't use it just for the sake of using it. If you resonate with the reading and you know that you want this person to come forward, you want things to shift, it will if you apply that strategy. Okay, Virgo. But I feel like what you need to know is, regardless of whether or not you want to manipulate the energy, or if you just want to be in the energy of receiving, what spirit wants you to know is you just may naturally find that you're drifting away from this person and focusing back on yourself, maybe focusing on even resting. And I feel like things are automatically going to shift between the two of you. This person could feel your absence if you feel like you're just naturally drawn to take space, and you're going to see them come forward, and you're going to see maybe even that they talk to you about certain things that you've been wanting this person to open up and talk to you about, because they're going to feel you pulling back, and that's the last thing that they want. They'll feel you pulling back and they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that that doesn't happen. And you know why? It's because this person loves you. It's because this person is mature. It's because this person realizes what they have, and the connection is divinely guided and protected. So just know that everything is going to work out. So if you've been maybe in a no contact situation, or if you've just pulled your energy back, or you feel like they've pulled their energy back, or whatever the case is, you guys are going to come back together. Everything is going to work out. It doesn't get any clearer than this, that the relationship is going to be successful. The overall energy is the Lovers. Okay, Virgo. So that's what I can see going on for you guys. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. So I'm just in the middle of editing your reading right now, and I saw that the shuffle and like the first couple minutes of your reading did not record, but it's too good to not share with you guys because it's all about someone very significant returning. So those were some of the messages that came through in the beginning of the reading about how someone is returning into your life. So it definitely has to do with you reuniting with someone that you're in separation from, or things getting better between you and your person. And then the crazy thing about it is I started to see these synchronicities in your reading. 23 and 11:11 was on the clock, and I tried to take a screenshot for you guys. So maybe that's when it got deleted. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. But let me just let you watch the reading because it's like a good 6 minutes, but only a couple things got cut out. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. So let's get into your reading. And my battery is at 23%. So I wonder if 11, 11, and 23 are like angel numbers to you, significant numbers to you. I'll mention that. So the only thing that can come between the two of you now is if you guys refuse to address this issue that keeps lingering between the two of you. That's very personal, and you'll know what that is. But if you guys can address that, I mean, this is a connection that there's so much for. How do I even put it into words? There's just so many opportunities for you to seize with this person. So many amazing life experiences you could have with a divine counterpart, someone that you feel is perfect for you. Your best friend and lover are all in one. And I feel the two of you do love each other unconditionally, because it's like no matter what happens, you keep coming back to each other. So I feel like you're getting another opportunity in July to really make things right. And you know what's amazing about this energy is you're getting this opportunity to permanently resolve these karmic issues between the two of you from the past. Whether it's this lifetime or from several lifetimes, in July, you're getting the opportunity. Or I will say this, if you're coming across this reading at another time, consider it timeless. If it's you're coming across this reading and it's months later and I'm talking about July, but you resonate with it, forget that I'm talking about July. It's still your message. Okay? So it's like you're getting this opportunity to just really resolve it once and for all, and to fully come in union together and ascend. And these Two of Cups is coming in reverse, because how you guys choose to go about things will determine the outcome. Some of you are going to seize this opportunity, and when you reconnect with this person, you're not going to let anything come between you and them. You're not going to let fear come between you and them. You know that you've grown, you know who you are, you know that you've ascended, and now it's your time to really seize this connection and this opportunity. So for some of you, depending on where you are energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you guys are going to be back together, and you're going to, and it's just going to grow. And that's why I saw the Emperor and the Empress when I split the deck, because that's everything that you have coming in for you. Marriage, all of it, all of it. It's beautiful, you guys. So, just do what you feel is best for you, Libra. Things will play, but things can go one way or the other. What Spirit is saying to you is you have this opportunity now. So, is this a gentle nudge to someone to reach out? If you've been looking for a message from Spirit and you resonate with this reading, and you've been waiting for a sign that it's time to make my move, this is your sign. Okay, you guys. And I feel like what Spirit wants someone to know is the love that the two of you share. It's real and it's true and it's mutual and it's pure, and it's just like a love like no other. And it's beautiful because even look at the Five of Pentacles coming in reverse. There's just such an opportunity to come out of the cold, so to speak. To feel like I'm back in a place with someone who truly gets me and understands me. So it's like, for those of you that are in a relationship now, it's just so important to really consider taking the advice from Spirit about resolving this issue between the two of you once and for all, even if it's not easy to talk about, even if it's painful to talk about. Maybe even just start talking about it can help relieve it. Okay, guys. That's what I can see going on, Libra. Now, I have to give this little side note to someone here, because for some of you here, you're not dealing with anyone. You're like really single, maybe just like not even talking to anyone. Spirit wants you to know that you have this divine, everything that I described to you is what's trying to come to you in the way of a divine counterpart. Now, when this person arrives, they're going to be highly motivated to pursue you. You may be triggered by unresolved experiences from your past, perhaps even from childhood, things triggering for you. But then you're carrying in past life energy as well. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you have love on the horizon. Know that you may be triggered, but you're triggered for your growth, and this is a person that you can trust. Please allow yourself to trust. Please allow yourself to open up. There's an opportunity, a beautiful opportunity and love to connect with someone who you could be with for the rest of your life. Okay, guys? Because if someone is single here watching, I just can see the energy coming towards them and everything that it brings up to the surface that maybe they weren't prepared for, but Spirit is telling you to get prepared to receive a genuine love. Okay, Libra. I love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed those messages, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Scorpio. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what kind of energy is coming in. Interesting. There's definitely being torn for sure. Like the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse. Some of you, there's someone that you want. Are some of you in a position like, because this is definitely the energy of romantic competition, third party. Some of you want someone that is with someone now. Others of you are with someone and you want someone else. That's what I can see for sure in the energy. The Two of Cups in reverse shows me that you feel you're in separation from the person that you truly belong with. I mean, that's really what it is. Someone in your energy, Scorpio, whether it's you or this other person, like coming through in your reading is like, I am apart from who I belong with, who I belong to, because these are kindred spirits. The Two of Cups, that's real. That's true. That's like divine counterparts, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call the connection. It's genuine, it's real, it's blessed, it's divine. And it's someone that you feel is your other half. So if you're wondering if you're going to connect with the person that you feel is your true love, yeah, I see you guys connecting, because it's like this connection interferes in another connection. So that's why there's so much energy of either you want someone else, or you know how this is, Scorpio, like either you're with someone and you're in love with someone else, or there's a person that you want that's in love with you, but they just happen to be with someone else. So it's like this third party interference, but the true lovers come together. But then the third party energy is still there. So there's definitely a huge vibe of something going on the side, behind the scenes, so to speak. Secret love, like a forbidden love, a true love. But it feels like when you connect with this person, Scorpio, it's not long term. It feels like, I mean, the funny thing about it is the Wheel of Fortune is there. But then the Four of Swords is there. So it's like there's something about this connection that it's absolutely meant to be. Like it is. I think you know that deep down. They know that deep down. Even if there's circumstances that's preventing the two of you from fully coming together monogamously, you know that you belong together. And I feel like Spirit is showing that in the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the divine timing, what's really meant to be, so to speak, the potential outcome, the destiny of it all, like a message, a sign to someone that yes, this is your person, you'll end up together, you belong together. I see you reconnecting in July, like short term. But it's funny because you connect short term, but it also secures the connection long term. So is Spirit nudging someone to like kind of reach out and kind of poke this person to remind them to get back in their energy? I don't know. You have to do what you feel is best for you. And I know how that can be taken very manipulatively, what I'm saying to you. I know it can, because someone can really use that energy to manipulate. So you have to use your discernment and know whether or not, like, if you truly believe, if you're willing to accept being in a third party situation, if like knowing that Spirit is telling you that you're going to end up together, but in the meantime, are you okay with being in a third party situation? Because what I feel happens is whoever feels that the other one is slipping away, they're going to come forward and reconnect with that person's energy, join their energy together. So it's like I secure my future with them, even if I'm not giving them that now. What does that mean to you, Scorpio? Maybe you know that's your own energy that I'm picking up on and a plan that you have when it comes to someone. Or for others of you, I'm revealing someone's plan about this connection. It's like, okay, I don't want to lose them. I feel like they're the love of my life. So I'm going to reconnect with them, join my energy back to theirs, because my intention is to have this long term, but I just can't have it now. So joining their energy back with yours, connecting their energy, it could be through sex, it could be through a sexual encounter, it could be through kissing, it could just be through talking face to face and having contact. Because like once any of that happens, the bond is back together. So it's funny, do any of you feel like someone is trying to come between you and your person? That could even be the case for some of you as well, because for those of you that feel like there's someone on the side trying to come between you and your person, the way that I'm describing getting back into their energy is something that you should consider doing, because it's going to make the two of you bond together energetically and come back together. You can pull this person's energy back to you. So whatever that interference is, or whoever that is not even in the picture. Okay, you guys, that's a very interesting reading. The person that I can see who feels they hold all the cards, because this King of Pentacles is the one who feels they're holding all the cards, making all the decisions, and indeed I feel they are. That King of Pentacles is making all the decisions, and everything is going exactly the way that they want it to go. The King of Pentacles energy is someone that is, I feel, extroverted. Even if they just look extroverted, do you know what I mean? They may not be a social butterfly. It could be someone that's like the strong silent type, but they just have a presence to them, and they may even prefer like a flashier style, like something that will get them noticed, whether it's bold prints, whether it's like designer fashions, bold print, or it's like dressing in one color completely from head to toe. This person could even like really enjoy like fine jewelry. So it's someone who I feel definitely has a lot of style, has a lot of swagger, has a lot of confidence, even is doing very well for themselves financially. Like they can talk the talk and walk the walk. So that person, if you feel like that's you, Scorpio, you're going to get everything that you want. I just see what's going on behind the scenes. It's like I'm in separation from my true love, but that's my true love, and I'm going to reconnect with them in July, but I just can't. There's still this outside interference. Like whatever is coming between me and my true love is still there, but I want to secure this for the future. So I just keep going around and around in my mind, Scorpio, because I just wonder how you take all of this. Am I exposing someone that is very manipulative to you? Or do you feel like that's like my plan, and I have very good intentions? I'm just in a situation right now, or there's something that, is preventing me from coming together with this person, but they are who I want. So, you have to just take from this reading what feels right to you, because I do feel like I'm exposing a lot. But then again, at the same time, the love is real and the love is true. And you guys want to be together. I know both of you feel like you belong together. It just feels like there's like this messy set of circumstances currently that prevents it from being everything that it could right now. But what Spirit wants you to know is about the divine plan for this connection and what will unfold in the future. But it all depends on what you're willing to accept and how long you can wait. Because this is a person who feels like everything is going to play out when I say and how I say. So for some of you, you know that I'm describing the person that you're dealing with. And if that's the case, you feel like I'm describing this energy, like this person, the one that's on your mind. I feel like Spirit really wants you to know how they look at things, and really how no matter what you do, no matter how much of yourself you give to them, no matter how easy you try to make things on this person for them to come towards you, they're going to do it when they want to do it and when they feel like it's right. It's a person who is controlling in a sense, only because they want to make sure that they feel everything in their life is running tip-top shape. Especially if it's going to affect something for them financially. So I feel like that person they're for sure going to come forward in July and try to reconnect with you because they don't want to lose you. But then again, at the same time, there still is whatever that is or whoever that is that's coming between the two of you, and don't feel like you're doing something wrong or you need to step your game up or you need to do more in order to bring this person forward. That person is going to do what they want, when they want, according to their timing. And I just keep going back and forth because it sounds so shady, I feel like the things that I'm describing to you, like this strategy, but at the same time, this person is not coming across as shady per se. It's like they're very strategic. They're trying to do what's right from every direction. They feel like they're bound to certain circumstances and they do genuinely love you. So some of you are in a really complicated situation, maybe even a complicated love triangle, or just in a triangle with whatever it is that's coming between you and this person. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is about the longer term, the long term energy, and also so you compare that to you. So let me try this again. Also, so you can compare that to the short term energy that I can see coming in, so you can know whether or not you can keep waiting for this person, because that's the thing about it, is this is someone who is, they're not going to budge. They're not going to. So are you okay with connecting and then feeling like you don't hear from this person? That's very personal. I just want to tell you that I can see that energy so you can make a decision for yourself, prepare yourself if you resonate with that. Okay, guys, I love you so much, Scorpio. I hope that that's helpful. I send you so much love and light. Hi, Sagittarius. Let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's going on in July. What is the energy like for you guys? Let's see. Okay. There's a fresh start for sure coming in your love life, definitely. The Fool is the first card out. The Seven of Cups as the overall energy. It just feels like there's really falling hard, really falling in love. Leo's energy is here, you guys. Is anyone thinking of a Leo? Connecting with a Leo? Maybe cross watchers here. Your own moon or rising sign. So this is really falling head over heels. The Seven of Cups, that can get a little bit tricky, only because I see that someone maybe tends to overthink. What I want you to know from Spirit, Sagittarius, is like the two of you, what you feel for each other is real and it's mutual. Like the way that you may feel you're really ready to open up to someone, because this is what it's like. Both of you feel this way. I really want to open up. I want to take a chance. It just feels like it's right. I feel like I know I can trust it. And then the more time you spend with each other, the more you communicate, the stronger the feelings become. The Seven of Cups is like mounting emotions and thoughts and plans, and then just being really proud of this too and thinking that I want to make it mine. It's funny because there's like this weird monkey wrench thrown in where I feel like there's a chance for one of you in the connection to start to be triggered by certain things, maybe even some lingering trust issues, or just feeling like maybe I don't have full blown trust issues, but I need to be two steps ahead just in case, or I need to protect myself or look over my shoulder. Like maybe it's wiser if I don't take what they say at face value and I read between the lines. So someone is adopting that behavior. They're doing it because they feel like they want to protect themselves. That's why they're doing it. They just don't want to be hurt. So it feels like whoever in this connect, like you may feel like it reads hot and cold with them sometimes. When you feel like this person is like acting funny or maybe said something weird or asked you a weird question or you're just wondering why are they being this way or acting like that, it's because that person is having something triggered within them where they feel that their feelings are growing, they're becoming more vulnerable. So then that's kind of worrying them, and they feel like I need to protect myself. And for some of you here, this person is doing all of this subconsciously. They haven't made the connection that they're actually doing it, but they will. They'll make that connection. This person is going to see, like, well, I don't want to miss out on an opportunity, something in front of me that's very beautiful, like a path that has opened up for me. So don't worry. You just may see how this plays out and how there is someone that maybe you feel pulls their energy back from you, and spirit wants you to know why and what's really going on. And also to let you know the way that the two of you feel about each other. The two of you, I can see you want to take a chance on this. You really want to go all in. It feels like it's amazing. It just feels beautiful because the Fool card, there is really so much trust in that energy. It's a fresh start in your love life. It's embarking on a whole new journey with someone that's just full of new experiences, going new places, adventures, feeling very happy-go-lucky, feeling positive, feeling uplifted. So I feel like what Spirit wants to say to someone is allow yourself to have all of that. This is a person that you can trust. And I feel subconsciously deep down your higher self knows that. That's why you're in this fool's energy of like really want, like your heart is telling you to take a chance. Your spirit is telling you to take a chance. I feel like it's this logic that is overtaking. So it's important for someone to really find their grounded energy. For whoever resonates with this, just find your grounded energy throughout July. And maybe even the reading can help someone see like, oh, I've been doing that. And you know what's funny is like this person sees that it's like the other one is showing them affection and attention. The other one is telling them even how you're on my mind, plans for the future, things that they've shared with those important to them. Like the person in the connection is telling the other one these things. But what happens is it almost feels like, is it too good to be true? Because like I said, this can be like a double-edged sword almost, where this can get tricky, that Seven of Cups, where it can go from, things feeling so euphoric and so heightened to, but what if, but what if? That's what someone is doing. They keep saying, but what if? So you know what Spirit is saying? Like, don't focus on the what ifs. Focus on the here and now. What is this person showing you? Let yourself see it. That's the thing. Let yourself see it. You don't need to read between the lines, because I feel like this person is very direct. It's almost like you're forcing yourself to read between the lines, and you don't have to. So the Two of Pentacles is even why I speak on someone grounding their intellect and emotion. It's not about, suppressing feelings. It's about identifying them and where they're coming from. Because this is something beautiful for you to have, for you to receive. So for some of you, I like to read it from both angles because I can see things from both directions. For some of you, you're ready to go all in, and you feel like, someone is being hot and cold and you don't know why. That's what's really going on with them behind the scenes. And for others of you, it's reversed, and Spirit is telling you to really try to let yourself open up and receive something so beautiful. Because there's a real future here with this person. This is a path that is open for you, an opportunity to really be with someone that you could be with long term. All right, you guys, that's what I can see going on. So the fresh start is here for sure. Now, I don't want you to think that this person is going to go as far as sabotaging the connection. They won't. Like I said, I feel like they will see the, it's about introspection. They will self-reflect, and they will see like, wow, this is really opening up my heart, and that's making me think, what if? They're going to make that connection and heal. It's just a little bit of healing that this person needs to do, because the fresh start is here regardless. It's here for you. So I know that that's what's on the horizon. a brand new fresh start in your love life. This just feels like there's little kinks to work out that spirit wants you to be aware of. Okay, Sagittarius. I love you guys. I hope that that's helpful. Hi, Capricorn. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see what's going on in your love life in July. Let's tap in. What are your messages from spirit? Oh, okay. So there's some weird things being triggered. Yeah, definitely. I just feel like it's a trigger. It's like a suspicion. Because there's something in someone's energy that is unresolved that's still like nagging at them. So being triggered in July, especially if there's trust issues in the connection. I feel like so one of you in the connection, Capricorn, is feeling like, uh-oh, is something happening all over again? Like there, and it's funny because I'm like squinting, looking, because it's like the way that someone is like in their mind looking at the other one and wondering if they're seeing signs of something negative that happened in the past repeating again. Whatever that looks like to you, that's very personal. I just know that the way that it's looked at is it just makes me so suspicious of them, and it makes me really question their intentions towards me. So the thing about it is it's a trigger. That's what I'm saying to you. It's not real. And I don't say that to gaslight how someone feels or to dispute like any evidence you feel you might have come across. I'm just telling you what spirit is showing me, and nothing is being hidden from you. So for some of you, you came across this reading to help you identify certain unresolved triggers and to resolve it and see where all of that is coming from. Someone also came across this reading because they were looking for an absolute message from spirit that was going to be the final decision to whether or not they know they can trust this person when a random tarot card reading comes up, or if you trust my readings and you're looking to me directly, because I'm speaking to someone and I'm saying to you that the sign that you've been looking for, that maybe you expected to get from me, as to whether or not this person is doing something behind your back, they're not doing anything behind your back. Don't sabotage something because you have unresolved emotional triggers. Okay, that's very, very important. Because I can see that all roads between you and this person are clear. I can see that you have someone that loves you unconditionally and would do anything for you, and this person wouldn't know how to stop loving you even if they tried. I see someone who is not hiding anything from you. Everything is open, revealed, transparent, every single thing. So if you want to ask this person a question, please feel free to ask them a question, because they're not going to hold back. It just is really someone feels like they're getting a very unpleasant reminder of the past, and that is making them feel like it's making them, oh god, it's putting them in this energy that they don't need to be in. They need to clear themselves with this energy, because let me describe to you how it feels. It feels like so like frustrated and resentful is really the best way to describe it. Looking at the other one and feeling like, I'm so resentful towards you. But the thing that's crazy about the reading is it's that they're not doing anything. There's nothing going on. Someone really has to identify what is bothering them and where it's really coming from. But I'm not going to just say that this person is not literally doing things, because maybe someone is slipping back into old habits that makes them look like they haven't progressed and ascended. But maybe it's just this person needing a little reminder of old behaviors. Like, it's like behaviors, more like an attitude. It's not like actually taking action and doing something. It's more like an attitude. Maybe they need to see that, You're slipping into old ways. I'm seeing an old side of you come back out, and I don't like it, and it's triggering me. Maybe someone needs to say that to their person, or maybe they didn't know how to put that into words, and the reading is helping them see that. It's just crazy because I see the way that someone is like, they get so much in their head and they get so headstrong because of this unresolved issue that's still lingering, or just because they feel like they're seeing little signs that something, like that person is doing something to break the trust with me again. But I have to stress this to you. Yes, maybe they are slipping back into like old behaviors, like attitudes. But as far as like literally breaking the trust or going behind your back, they're not doing that. I'm telling you, they're not doing that. And if they were doing that, I would tell you that. So I just feel like someone came across this reading to get that sign and that message from spirit. But then maybe even on a deeper level to think about, what is it in my energy that's causing me to still like have these trust issues and be suspicious? Like, why am I thinking these thoughts, and where is it coming from? So I feel like spirit is nudging someone to focus on their thoughts, their mental diet, so to speak. I feel like what spirit really wants you to know, Capricorn, is you are loved. The initials J and B are coming through. Is that important to you? Could be your initials, this person's initials. It's funny because I keep fighting with someone's energy in this reading. I do. It's crazy because I'm really fighting with someone's energy watching this reading, and they keep trying to tell me that there's something going on. There's nothing going on. Like, so someone in the reading, watching the reading, is very stubborn. And if your mind is made up and you're just going to believe whatever you want to believe, then you're going to have to do what's best for you. But for those of you that are actually open to receiving the divine message from spirit and you're really looking for guidance, there's nothing going on with this person. There's nothing going on, and I just feel like everything is out in the open. It's really someone's own personal trigger that they need to really look into and resolve. Now, for some of you here, you could be dealing with a person that is accusing you of things, taking it out on you if someone did them wrong before, if someone cheated on them before, if someone broke their trust, or they just have trust issues, abandonment issues. Some of you know that you're just dealing with a person who maybe you're very compassionate towards because you know what they went through, but at the same time, you know you don't deserve to have things taken out on you. You don't deserve to bear the brunt if you're not doing anything wrong and you're faithful to this person. Because for those of you that I'm reading for on the receiving end of this energy, I see how much you love this person. I see that you are totally open and transparent and you're not hiding anything from them. I see the way that this person really is sabotaging the connection and could possibly throw things off course. And because you see, that path is open, that path is unobstructed, that path is divinely guided, protected, blessed by that angel. So it's like that's what's here on the table, so to speak, for the receiving. But I know that some of you are dealing with a person that's taking a lot out on you, and I feel like spirit is acknowledging what you're going through. Wants to acknowledge how much you love this person and what you tolerate and what you put up with, which is very unfair to you. But then also to just let you know that you can't control what this person does. You're not doing anything wrong. You know that you've been faithful. You know you've been 100% open and honest with this person. If they have all of these trust issues that they're going to take out on you, you have to really think about how that damages you in the long run. How they may not let this connection reach its full potential because of the healing that they still need to do. So I'm reading for another set of you Capricorns now that feel, you're dealing with someone that is just treating you in a way that you don't deserve or taking things out on you. I think you're wondering if you should still stay. I know you're very attracted to this person. I know you feel drawn to them. I know you feel like there's cords keeping the two of you together. It just feels like you're gonna have to, if you choose to stay, it feels like there's a lot of kind of like broken promises you're gonna have to tolerate before you actually have success with this person. So with this person, it's like when push comes to shove. If you're looking for something that just flows with ease, I feel like this person just has a tendency to create a lot of unnecessary obstacles. I feel like in the long term, you can end up, even married to this person, a household together, sharing a life together, but it's like you're going to have to put up with a lot of broken promises before you actually get to that point. So it all depends on what you feel is best for you in this connection, and maybe even your divine spiritual journey with this person, because maybe you are a catalyst for their healing and growth, and maybe this is a connection that's meant to help you establish healthy boundaries eventually. You'll do what you feel is best for you. Definitely a lot deeper energy than I expected to pick up on for July, but that's what I can see going on, Capricorn. I really do hope that this reading is helpful for you. Hi, Aquarius. I hope that you're doing well. I send you so much love and light. So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on in July in love life. It's crazy because I feel like for Aquarius all the time, like the readings that I get for Aquarius is you always have someone that like doesn't know what they had until they lose it when it comes to you. Like I feel like I pick up on that energy so often with you guys. And it's funny because with Aquarius there's always like 5 different readings in one. Let's see what's going on in July. It's funny because like why am I hearing can I holler at you? Someone wants to approach you in that way. Like someone's like, hey, let me holler at you. Who says that to you, Aquarius? Who is that? Someone really wants to talk to you. So you're going to have a lot of attention that comes toward you as July plays out for sure. I just see that you're turning heads wherever you go. You really need to know that the way that people look at you right now, Aquarius, is like you just have it all. You're looked at as someone that lives in an ideal lifestyle that I wish I could live. You have people who I don't feel are like direct negativity towards you, like envy, like evil eye. No, it's not like that. It's just looking at you and feeling like, wow, okay, wow, very impressed by you. That's what your vibe is like. So not only are potential romantic partners or your own romantic partner impressed by you, I feel like you just have people that are looking up to you. You're just coming across as someone that has it all together and just takes care of yourself, and like you know who you are. You're looked at as someone that's very attractive, very beautiful. Just your own personal style is it. Yeah, that's how you're being looked at. You have people crushing on you and wanting to talk to you for sure, especially with that 7 of Cups in reverse. You have a lot of admirers around you now, Aquarius. Some you don't even know about, people that are just watching you, or you may have people that are approaching you, coming up to you. You're going to see how your aura and your energy becomes very magnetic. You're going to see, maybe even after this reading, how the energy switches for you and you're just attracting so many things to you. Definitely easily attract a romantic partner. Just believe that you can, and you can. I'm telling you that you can because of the way that your aura comes across. You're just naturally drawing people to you. So use that to your advantage, because I can see around Aquarius's energy, what you guys focus on, you can get very easily, quickly. You have a strong energy to manifest whatever you want for yourself right now. And also the devil's energy is in reverse. I feel like, why do I need to keep telling someone that you don't have evil eye sent towards you? You're protected. I have to tell someone that you're protected, but if you feel like you need to surround yourself with more protection, then certainly feel free to do so. Someone is watching the reading and I just saw 333 on the timer. That's so interesting to me. Someone is watching the reading and looking for a sign from spirit about maybe some like a blockage around them or bad luck around them or maybe even a curse around them. Know that anything like on your mind in that regard, as far as a blockage, curse, magic, whatever, that's removed. Like that can't touch you, that can't phase you, that can't come to you. Funny, like even if you have someone that is trying to cast love spells on you, they won't work. It's funny because it's actually making you more magnetic and making more people drawn to you while repelling this person from you. Just know that all the attention that you attract will be positive. You're not attracting anything negative, and if anything negative dare tries to come your way, it will be deflected. It can't touch you, it can't reach you. There's such a focus on you right now, Aquarius. It's funny because what spirit shows me in my mind's eye is just like all of these people around you. You're just like the center. You're the center of attention. So this is what I'm saying. A little side note, maybe to those of you that are looking to maybe get yourself seen, get yourself noticed. Now is your time. So put yourself out there. You know, if you've been looking for that time to take that risk, because now is your time. I can just see where your energy is like doing something to people, Aquarius. It's just like making that, like you're unforgettable. I'm worried about what you think. What do you think of me? Am I good enough? Am I cool enough for you? Like you're just triggering a lot for people around you. But like I said, it doesn't bring negativity towards you. For some reason, you're like a catalyst for people's growth. Just being around you in your presence is getting people to open up and look inside. You have one person that I can see really has their eye on you. And this person, that's funny because they come across as real swaggy. I wonder if that's why someone's like, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. You know, it's like that. That's how someone wants to approach you. This King of Pentacles, I feel. So you have a person that is a little bit smug, I will say that. But they can also walk the walk. It is someone that's doing very well for themselves financially. It's a person who I feel enjoys the finer things in life. They always get whatever they feel is like top quality, whether it's from clothing to their home, to their vehicle, the kind of jewelry they like, even the kind of drinks they'll drink. It's a person who's very selective. And so they're looking at you and feeling like you would be a perfect match for me because it's the Nine of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. So you basically have a person that you could say is like a baller. You could say it's a person who has a lot of charisma, a lot of style, a lot of flash. Someone who's definitely like a baller, in other words, doing very well for themselves financially, and who is looking at you and has their eye on you and feeling like you would be a perfect match for them. They like your style. They like the way that you carry yourself. They love the way that you look. They just feel like you're beautiful from head to toe. But then there's also a lot of respect for you because this person feels like they think very highly of themselves and they look at you like you're on the same level as me. Like you could be my person. You could be my partner. So you have confident people, one very confident person attracted to you, but then I feel like you also have these other energies thrown in. So you're just like a walking catalyst for people's growth in July. That's what your vibe is like. You're changing lives and perspectives and not even knowing that you are, just from your sheer presence and doing what you do and being who you are and carrying yourself the way that you do and going wherever you go. Because it's like wherever you go, you're unforgettable and you're turning heads. So I just see where there's so much attention on you. And it's funny because it's going to come from people that maybe you don't even look at as your type. You're going to get attention from people from all different walks of life. Even funny, like what I can literally see is maybe you're at a gas station or like people are going to be holding the door for you. It definitely is very feminine energy that I'm picking up on. But if you're a masculine energy watching this, you know, you could be in your like chivalrous gentleman type energy. But it's funny because what spirit is showing me is for someone here, like you even get a compliment from like a homeless person, someone that's like panhandling, and you walk by them and they tell you like good morning and they tell you how beautiful you are. It's just like anyone and everyone. And then like 20 minutes later, you have someone that approaches you and they're like driving a Porsche. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're definitely attracting attention everywhere and anywhere. People from all different walks of life. You're the center of attention. All eyes are on you. You are protected. You are guided. It's really, you can just take your pick from whoever you want right now, Aquarius. Some of you are in a relationship and you feel like you're seeing your person really kick up their romance, really like step it up a notch for you, like all the swaggy energy that I talk about. You're going to see that coming from your person because they're drawn to you and they're trying to impress you. It doesn't matter how long you guys have been together. When you see your person start to like maybe spruce themselves up a little bit more, it's all for you. That's something that you really need to know. Okay, Aquarius. It's crazy just because everywhere you go, it's like you're the center of attention. It's all about you. You're driving someone. There's someone that you're driving crazy though. Because I can see where this person is just, I don't want to sound like I'm being rude when I describe this energy to you, but they're like really checking their phone constantly. Do they text? You know? And if they write to you and you don't write back right away, it's like, oh God, they're on pins and needles. It's just a person who you're triggering a lot of their insecurity because there is a part of them that worries if they are good enough because they're just putting you up on such a high pedestal, Aquarius. I'm going to look further into that. So yeah, it's all different kinds of energy coming towards you. Definitely. And the devil in reverse. The devil in reverse is also someone that's going to come forward. I feel like that you had a very negative experience with someone from the past that could come forward and apologize because they're trying to better themselves and they feel like they should reach out to you to make amends. If you want to, seize that opportunity, I feel like it'll only bring positivity into your life if you do. But even if you don't hear from that person, Spirit is letting you know that they're still apologizing in the 5D and they're energetically detaching from you. Does that make sense to you, Aquarius? In other words, you have a person from the past that's just like been thinking about you very heavily, and I wonder if you keep getting signs about this person or you find yourself thinking about them and you're wondering, why am I thinking about them again? It's because this person is going through replaying experiences with you, realizing their faults and things, realizing how negative and nasty they were, how horrible they were to you, realizing that they were like a devil to you, and apologizing to you in their mind, in their heart, asking for forgiveness, asking the divine for forgiveness. So if you feel like you've been thinking about someone lately, it's because they're longing for your forgiveness and also kind of like putting it out there for you to receive whenever you're ready and then cutting cords with you and detaching from you. So for some of them, they'll literally want to talk to you. For others of you, you'll just feel a shift in the energy because you're on top of the world and you're feeling like $1,000,000 and you're just feeling very confident about yourself. You have a lot to be proud of, and I see you guys feeling that way. So for some of you, it's funny that you start thinking about this person from the past and then you find that you're putting things into perspective and you heal from it. I feel like Spirit wants you to know like what's really going on behind the scenes while you're thinking of this person is because they genuinely want to apologize. Let me look at that Seven of Cups. So lots of different energy, the energy switching all around you. If you're single, you can take your pick from whoever you want. You're going to have people coming forward. But even if you're in a relationship, you're still going to have people coming forward. I feel approaching you. Someone from the past trying to make amends. You're going to see your person really step up and just really try to impress you. I think it's cute. They're going to try to smell good, look good. They're going to try to make sure they're dressed nice. And they really want you to notice this, Aquarius. That's six. Okay, that's what it's all about. Um, you have someone that's like worried about what you think of them. Just one person, I feel. But then again, you are like a walking trigger for people in July, so you'll see that. Well, you may not see it all, but what I'm telling you is people will be forever changed since being around you, and it's just because they feel they're not in your league. That's really what it is. So I feel like there's so many messages like meant to really uplift Aquarius's energy, especially if you've been feeling down for whatever reason. There's so much, I feel, positive vibes that you can catch in this reading for yourself. But for those of you that have been in a space where you know you're working on yourself, you're feeling good, you're looking good, I just feel like all of that is affirmed here in the reading, letting you know that you are shining, you are turning heads. You have everyone and anyone interested in you. From the CEO to like the guy at the corner store. Everyone wants you. That's just really what it is. So it's a beautiful time for you right now because you really are. I mean you really are like or there's an opportunity for you to, Aquarius, like really connect with your divine energy, to really connect with your higher self, to really get yourself into such a high vibration in the state that you really want to be in. I'm telling you, there's a lot that you can draw to you right now, a lot of positivity. So there's energy that you can pick up and grab for yourself, you can claim for yourself. And it's just a beautiful time right now because you're even like finding closure on some toxic, negative, heavy things from the past. Okay, Aquarius. Like I said, so many messages always come through for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I love you so much. Okay, so for whoever is looking for synchronicities right now, it just said 4:44 on the timer. My battery is at 22% and the time is literally 12:22. 222 coming into alignment, divine partnership, balance. That's what this is all about. That's why the lovers are here. So the thing about it is, I know that if you release whatever it is that is burdensome, you have like, there's just a major turnaround in your love life where you feel like you're with someone that is the love of your life. You're with someone that makes you feel totally and utterly safe and secure and understood. This is a sense of security that I feel you've been longing for, that in order to receive, you have to release these burdens that you're holding on to. What are those burdens? That's very personal. For some of you, yes, it is a whole other person, the relationship. But for others of you, whatever those burdens are very personal. And I still see that the energy remains the same if you release those burdens and move forward. I see you in a very loving relationship. So in other words, what I'm saying to some of you here is there's potential to fix your current relationship, but that's only for some of you, and you'll know whether or not that's for you. I don't want to confuse you because for others of you, you have done everything you needed to do. So you know what? There could even be an even deeper lesson in it. Knowing that you gave it your all, you release it and trust that whatever's meant to come to you will come to you, because the reading is very deep. For some of you that resonate with what I'm about to say, if you've been looking for a sign that you tried everything and that it's okay to release this is your sign. Especially for those of you that feel you've already had someone very special come into your life already. Spirit is telling you to embrace that connection. Just take from the reading what feels right to you at this point, because I feel like you've already received the sign in the reading that you were looking for. Whether it's you choosing to embrace a new connection that's in front of you, or just realizing that you've given it your all, it's okay to release it. And maybe some of you, there's a lesson in it of accepting that there's things that you can't control and you have to release it to trust what's going to come to you. Because for some of you, yes, it will be changes in the connection. There's lessons that the two of you need to learn while apart. And for others of you, it has to do with you finally letting go of this very burdensome connection where you know deep down you should, and this is your sign to do it. And it's spirit letting you know that you have a whole new love, an amazing love that's getting ready to come in. But it's funny because the reading keeps going around and around. And I see the way that it all depends on what you release. Whatever, if you want to receive, you have to release. That is the long and short of your reading, Pisces. So I do wonder what all of that means to you guys. I love you so much. I hope that you enjoyed the messages. Let's get into your love reading for July. Let's see what's going on. Interesting, because for some of you here, you're like totally shifting your focus away from love. You are the eight of Pentacles. It's funny. That's interesting to me. For some of you here, you're shifting your focus away from love right now, and you're just really focused maybe on career and goals. And for others of you, it's funny that you're not seeing what's in front of you right now. So some of you are intentionally shifting your focus away, but others of you don't. You don't realize that you're shifting your focus away from something that's right in front of you. It's funny because it's like you're looking so closely at the details, specific details, like you have blinders on. You have blinders on and you're missing out on something that's right in front of you. So let me connect with those of you that are in a relationship right now. You've secured the connection. I know you feel very comfortable here. I know you feel like you have the commitment with your person, and indeed you do, because I see someone that loves you so deeply and is devoted to you 100%. If you guys aren't married now, they're definitely thinking about taking those steps with you. They're very devoted. They're very devoted to you. But it feels like some of you don't realize that you're neglecting your person. And I know neglect is a really strong word, but it's really like I'm paying attention to these details, and there goes my connection kind of getting turned upside down, because you don't want the lovers in reverse. You want the lovers upright. You want the lovers upright, because it means that they're in sync, they're in balance, in communication. It just feels like for those of you in relationships, now, some of you may feel like your person is doing this to you, but since the reading is for you, Aries, I'll give you the advice. But, switch it around how you feel is appropriate. But someone is way too involved in work or whatever this is that is getting all of their attention. Could be a hobby, could even be ways of making money. They're getting a little bit too comfortable because they know they have this connection secured. And I know that there's nothing wrong with being focused on goals, but what spirit is showing me is it's coming between you and your person. It's affecting the connection negatively and could even result in the two of you arguing because of something that you forgot about, or something that you didn't acknowledge or see, or something that you overlooked that was very hurtful to your person, especially if you didn't return your person's call, or you didn't write back. They're being very, very sensitive about that. It's not really that they're jealous in a petty, childish way. I think they just want to feel closer to you, and they feel like you're putting other things ahead of them, and it's hurting your person. It's hurting your person. It's making them even lash out. If they're coming across as angry, what's beneath that anger is hurt. All right, you guys. So, for some of you, I feel like Spirit is telling you, if you're in a connection, to just pay closer attention to your person. If you love them, of course, I see you do. I see that this is important to you. So it's just like how to avoid anything negative coming between you and them, but also to kind of get you to see that you are overlooking something, or there's something important about this connection or about this person's life, or something going on in their life that you're forgetting about, Aries. and they really want to get in touch with you, like connect with you, make sure that you guys are tight. That's for those of you with your person now in a relationship. For others of you, where I see that there's all of this energy swirling around you that you're unaware of. For some of you, you have a person that is dying to have a commitment with you. And I mean a commitment. With these energies here, you guys, this is someone that's like, I want you forever. I want you for life. I want to marry you. You have someone that wants to marry you, literally, but feels like you don't see them or you're not giving them the time of day. And I feel like for some of you, you're not even like it's unintentional. You don't see that there's an opportunity for love that's right around you, Aries. Maybe this person needs to be a bit more forward and fight for the connection, because that Knight of Swords is coming through. And I feel like that's real potential for them to do that. I'm going to look further into that energy. For some of you, yes, this person is at work, like, OMG. Do you not see the way that they watch you? I see them looking over their cubicle. Someone works in a cubicle and they're looking at you. Person has fallen in love with you. I feel like you have no idea that they feel this way. Let me see this light. Wow, 3 of Swords. Look at that. Oh, okay. Very clear message here. Someone should not get too pushy. No, don't. So for whoever it is that I'm connecting with that feels like I'm reading your energy and you're the one that is like the secret admirer and you want this person to notice you. Yeah, keep it low key, keep it subtle. If you come on too strong or are too aggressive, not saying that you would, but I just feel like it can really make things backfire. It'll set the connection back. All right, I'm gonna look at the 8 of Pentacles. So be more subtle. You can definitely do things to get this person's attention, but it should be done with swagger, with subtlety, with flirtation. The 8 of Pentacles around the 3 of Cups. That's so interesting to me. For some of you, you're focusing so much attention away from like you're not trying to feel something. Something could have happened recently where you felt like maybe someone came between you and a previous person, or you're thinking back negative thoughts maybe of a cheating experience, or where you just felt like someone was not making you a priority. So what's funny about the energy is, for some of you here, it's like you're creating this bubble around yourself, and it's like resistance. So you're focused, it's like you're trying to not feel certain things. So you're like putting your mind on maybe even a repetitive task. And it's like you're doing that because you're trying to not think about what's still like nagging at you, a time where you felt like you were not chosen, or a time where you felt like, it's like you weren't chosen. And I feel like Spirit wants you to be aware that you're in that energy so deeply, because some of you don't even see that you are. To snap yourself out of that energy. See, now that the message has come through and Spirit made it aware to you, you'll catch yourself doing it, because it feels like what Spirit wants to say to you is to pay attention to someone that's around you, because you're watching a love reading, so you're curious about your love life, which lets me know that to a certain extent you're open to receiving someone's energy. So it's like you don't realize that you're putting up walls around you because you're focusing on a time where you felt you weren't chosen. Switch your thoughts away from that, because you have someone that wants to love you that is literally around you now. And I mean right now, today, even with what they know about you now, because someone doesn't know you all that well, that's what I'm saying. And even with what they know about you now, the little that they know about you now, they would want to be in a relationship with you right now because they just feel like what they've seen, everything they've seen is perfect. Whatever you've done, you've proven yourself to them, and they feel like you're everything that they're looking for in a partner. So for someone, Aries, like Aries, there's someone around you, and it feels like there's a clean slate with this person. It feels like it's a secret admirer. There is no backstory with this person. There's nothing negative with this person. So don't let stories from the past prevent you from seeing this now. Prevent you from not being in a vibration to receive it because your thoughts about lack from the past is keeping you in a lower vibration or has potential to. It's all just a mindset, it's not like literally your whole aura, because you know how you are, how your energy is, you know that your dominant state manifests. It just feels like there's someone that's right under your nose that you're not letting yourself see how much this person like genuinely loves you and cares for you. And for some of you, I know that you're like kind of talking to them now. For others of you though, it's a secret admirer and this person hasn't come forward yet. So I feel like they really, yeah, I feel like they should. I feel like what Spirit is telling you though, Aries, I feel like it's telling you to let yourself embrace love, especially, because I see it's complicated. Some of you do have walls up around you, yet you kind of do want love to come in, but you need to know that it's going to be safe and secure. I see a safe and secure love around you now, but it's like in order for you to see this and receive it, you have to let yourself believe that it's real. Believe that it's possible. Believe that there is someone who could feel this way about you and want to ensure that all of your needs are met, especially your needs for security. So there's someone around you right now. I know I keep saying it, but I can't stress that point enough. Yes, for some of you, this person is at work. For others of you, you're talking to them now and you don't know how deeply they feel about you. For others of you, it's a secret admirer that sees you pretty much on a daily basis, or like during the work week, this person sees you. So it could even be at a place that you frequent, what your local spots that you like to go to. Love is there for you, Aries, if you decide to let yourself open up and take it. Okay, you guys. That's what I can see going on, Aries. I wonder what all of this means to you, but that's what Spirit is showing me. I love you so much. Hi, Taurus. I hope that you're doing well. Let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's going on for you guys in July. Wow, there's definitely roads, opportunities, paths opening up for you that's going to bring major success in, not just in love, but I feel in your life. If you feel drawn to isolate yourself right now, Taurus, or even to take a break from dating, or to just like, take that personal space, I feel like you're being guided to do so. The Eight of Cups here. Okay, so that's very interesting because even for some of you, you could find that you have someone that is like all of a sudden telling you that they need to take space. Know that that's actually a blessing in disguise, and whoever it is that distances themselves from you, it only brings about your future faster. Does that make sense the way that I'm saying it? Like, if you choose to take space, or you find that you have someone that's saying to you that they need space or something along those lines, it's a way for you to shift quickly onto a different path. Do you see these two paths coming through? Here and there. So you can look at that as like timeline jump for those of you that resonate with that, or it's an affirmation that you've jumped timelines, that you're in a new timeline. There's just something very special on the horizon for you, and it's super, super successful. Know that you can't lose. You can't make a wrong choice. No matter what you decide to do, it's a win-win situation. But the interesting thing about the energy Taurus is I can just see that what brings this about is when you choose to take space. So when you choose to distance yourself, or if someone brings that energy toward you. But I feel like, since this is your reading, I'll speak directly to you. And I do feel like if you've been wondering, should you take a break, remove yourself from a situation, take a step back to process how you feel, absolutely, because that's going to be the best thing. Because there's just this insane amount of clarity and direction that comes in from taking a step back. And it's like, I mean, a switch that happens like overnight. It's like an instant shift, or like an overnight change. Hence the chariot. That energy is something that comes into alignment and it moves very quickly. And then it's like there's so much success and open paths for you. So for sure, if you feel like you've had blockages around you, whatever you call those blockages, those no longer, there's no longer going to be anything that you feel blocks you. It's just there's something here about your need to take space, because ultimately when you take that space, you turn inward. So there's something that Spirit wants you to take a look inside and see. Whatever that means to you is very personal. It's about introspection, though. Even if that's just to give yourself a pat on the back. Others of you may look inside and find something that you feel you want to heal. Whatever that looks like to you, though, it's about you turning inward. So it's about you really shifting the focus onto yourself, Taurus. So if you're with someone, I feel like the Spirit is telling you, like, it's okay to pull your energy back and really call your energy back to you. You could be giving too much of your energy to your partner, and it could be actually keeping things stagnant between the two of you. So if you shift and pull your energy back, call your power back to you, become whole again, things shift very quickly between you and someone. So if you're trying to progress things with someone that you're in a relationship with now, Taurus, or even if you're just trying to progress things with someone, what will bring in that shift is when you pull your energy away from that person. And that doesn't mean that you block them, or that you're cold to them, or you're like intentionally showing them like, I'm doing me right now. No, it's about you genuinely shifting the focus onto yourself and taking care of yourself. And maybe there's something that you've been putting off that you want to do, something that you've been wanting to start, that now's your time. So if you've been trying to draw this person closer, focusing on yourself will do that, and quickly. Because I can see things really going to the next level for some of you in your current connections. Yeah, especially if you've been wanting, if you're thinking about maybe moving in together, engagement. Some of you have been wanting a child. It's just funny because when your person sees that you're focused on your self-care, whatever that looks like to you, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, once they see that, it just removes blockages somehow and makes them drawn to you, and could even be something that brings in a lot of security for them as well. So the two of you are definitely mirroring energies back to each other, because when you shift the focus onto yourself, your person receives that positivity too. You coming into your own alignment helps them to come into alignment. So this is definitely a destined connection, fated connection for you and this person. One that I feel is going to just be so successful. So there's just like so much opportunity and success waiting to come to you. And what brings it all in is when you focus on yourself. Cancer's energy is here. Pisces energy is here. Sagittarius' energy is all here, you guys. Are you thinking of one of those signs? Maybe your own moon or rising sign, Taurus, cross watchers. I mean, you just can't lose. No matter what you do, I just feel like what Spirit wants you to take away from this reading is you are protected, you are guided, your connection is blessed and secure. You have a divine partner. Whether you're with them now or you're about to come into union with them, you have a divine partner. Your love life is meant to be a success. You are a success. You're on the right path. There, if you've been thinking about children, or maybe even someone's thinking about grandchildren, that's definitely in the energy. When you focus on yourself, blockages are removed and things will happen for you very swiftly. So if anyone has been trying to get their person to make a move, come forward. All you have to do is the energy that you're giving to them, don't give it to yourself. When is the last time you did something special for yourself, cared for yourself, or if there's just anything, just things that you're, focusing on so much with this person, give that energy to yourself and it draws them to you. I speak on that because that really is the hermit in that energy. They just haven't made it up to the mountain yet. It's just a process, though. So, what Spirit wants you to know is like about this divine path that will open for you once you just focus on yourself. And, like I said, it happens quickly. I mean, yeah, moments for some of you. Depending on how enlightened your person is spiritually, they are vibrationally, like where they are, it may not take them long, to see a shift, to pick up on a shift. There could be significant changes that occur in this connection in one day. That's very important for you to know. Okay, you guys. I just feel like what Spirit wants you to know is you have so much high vibration and positive energy around you. You're definitely in tune. Know that when you see coincidences, those are not coincidences. You're seeing messages up from Spirit. It could even be certain flowers, feathers, um, falling leaves for some of you here. All right, you guys. Yeah, so you just have a lot to look forward to. I feel like you're like a significant shift is coming in for your life where you're going to be very successful and feel like nothing is getting in your way, nothing else is getting in your way. And I just feel like Spirit wants you to know how to bring that all about faster. Okay, Taurus, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Hi, Gemini. Let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's going on for you in July. Interesting. OMG. There's someone that is kind of twisted when it comes to you. Like you have this person all twisted in their energy. That is really the best way to describe it. It's like they're twisted. Let me show you this. The Seven of Cups and then the Eight of Swords. Because it's like they fight themselves almost when it comes to this. They go back and forth crazy when it comes to you, Gemini. This person really wants you. They are worried, like they don't want to lose you. They don't want you to release them. Any pain that they caused you, they're just thinking about how they can make it up to you, how they can make it better. So you have someone that I feel is going to approach you and offer you a very solid commitment. It could even be like they come through with an engagement ring, like something tangible here. It's definitely something tangible that will let you know that the two of you are like bonded to each other. It could even involve like them trying to move in with you, share a home with you somehow. Like I said, it could be something like an engagement ring, jewelry. I feel even maybe something that both of your names are on, and that's what, that represents us. We're together and we have this that we can hold on to and say is ours. So you have someone that wants to come forward and like make this big offer to you. This person feels like they broke your heart. They feel like they were such a jerk. Like they just took things out on you. And I feel like this person, I wonder if they berated you even, really lost their temper. And I feel like they broke their own heart doing that, because I see the way that this person wants to come in and offer you an apology for behaving that way, for saying those things, for hurting you, and letting you know how ashamed they are of their behavior, and wanting to let you know that their heart is broken for breaking your heart. So Spirit wants you to know that if you're in a no contact situation, or whatever the case is, whatever you're wondering how this person feels about hurting you, their heart is shattered into pieces over hurting you. And now all they want to do is come forward, and they know they can't erase the past, but what can I do to make it better? For some of you, this person's love language could be like gifts, gift giving, something tangible. So the thing about their energy though is they're so twisted when it comes to you, but they're still going to come forward. So they're twisted because it's like, why does their okay, so 1 minute, and it feels like moment to moment to moment their energy switches. So maybe this person is very anxious, or even has anxiety or intrusive thoughts, because it's literally from 1 minute to the next. Like at 12:30 they think this, and at 12:31 it's the complete opposite. So it's like they spend so much time fantasizing about what the future could hold for the two of you. Everything that they could do, the places you could go, the love that they would feel, how they want to make you feel, the things that they want to give to you. So they have so many fantasies, but then it feels like a second later, this person is talking themselves out of those fantasies and saying, well, what if that happens? What if that worst case scenario? And then I see that they get bound tighter and tighter and tighter by their own intrusive thoughts. You see that person is bound there. But they're struggling, Gemini, but this person, I feel like they're gonna win through this struggle. Spirit wants you to know that. Spirit wants you to know how serious they are, and they know that it's time for them to drop this. They know that they have to open up. They know that they have to give. They know that they have to share. They know that they have to apologize. So that's what's going on in July. It's happening in July. This person will come forward and apologize in July. Come forward in July and try to repair the damage they caused. Now, I will say this, because I know I'm putting a lot of emphasis on July because that's when I'm doing this, but look at this message as timeless, because if you come across this reading and it's months later, of course you're meant to come across it now. And of course, the energy remains the same. This message is for you regardless of when you come across it. Okay, guys, that's what I can see going on. So this is all about how someone is like, God, they know. If you have any doubts about whether or not they're going to come forward, or if you have any doubts about, like, does this person love me? Do they want me? Do they care about me? Do they want a future with me? This person, oh my God. They're so attached to you and connected to you that it's honestly like, I feel they could even experience sympathy pains for you. That's how connected to you this person is. It honestly feels like I don't want to make it sound dramatic, but this person is so connected to you that it feels like if you were to pass away, they'd pass away in that same day. Like, I know that's a bit extra, you guys, but like that's really how tied to you this person is, and deeply in love with you. You have someone that I just feel is very obsessive about things. But like I said, maybe they actually like do have an anxious condition. If they don't, it's just spirit letting you know that they know what's at stake here, and it's now or never, and this can make or break my life. That's really how this person feels. You can make or break their life with your decision. If you say yes, you make it. If you say no, not to make you feel guilty, no pressure, but I just feel like spirit wants you to know like the depths of this person's feelings and how much weight this connection carries for them. And the fact that it is real and sincere and genuine that they are hurt this way. So expect someone to come forward, and I mean, it's like with a bang. This is not to be swept under the rug. This is an offer, and it is something that I feel will dazzle you. It will. It's definitely something that will be very difficult for you to resist because of the value of it. Yes, the value of it. And for some of you, yes, the monetary value of it. Because it's something very tangible between the two of you. For some of you, this person wants to get an animal with you, wants to buy you an animal. Leo's energy, you guys. Are you thinking of a Leo? I'll mention that because I can see Leo's energy so far in the reading. But that's what I have for you, Gemini. I love you so much. I hope that you enjoyed those messages. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.